spoken. Inherently and historically. Opposed to secret society. Opposed to secret oaths. Opposed to secret proceedings. Secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.
Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast. This is Abe, your host.
This is Samuel, I am your co-host.
How are you all doing today? I hope good. We usually like to start out with a little kind of opener on update on what we've been up to. What you been up to, dude?
Nothing. But housework and work. And seeing my mother. Her birthday was this past weekend, so I went to go see her. This is definitely showing my getting older and becoming an adult. I bought a vacuum cleaner and I'm happy for that.
Yeah, I mean, we had one, but it was we were broke as a joke at the time.
Yeah.
Well, not broke as a joke, but we had to be real careful financially at the time.
Well, that and whenever we moved, it was one of those things that accidentally got forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Tis what tis.
Yeah.
How old is she now?
I don't know if she would want me to tell her age. No, actually, I really don't know.
You don't know?
No.
You just visited her yesterday.
I don't know if she would want to be told, but I'm going to tell it anyway. She's 59.
Yeah, she is a sub on here, so happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah, happy birthday.
As far as what I've been up to,
sorry, you're going to hear Horace.
yeah, he's like the triple co-host, or the double co-host.
Yeah, he really wants to go outside.
Why won't you take him out? Because it's muddy or something?
No, I didn't think that.
Oh. But, as far as what I've been up to with her, but she forgot.
Oh, yeah, we're hiking.
Hiking?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been doing, that's one thing, okay, I've been trying to compromise with you all. I haven't been neglecting you. I have, but I haven't.
Come here.
When I do Conspiracy Corner Podcast, when I do an episode that's a solo episode, I always try to at least make the 30-minute mark. I'll keep going as long as I can keep talking. Sometimes it's hard to even make that 30-minute mark, you know? I believe truly that if you have a podcast, it needs to be at least 30 minutes long. At least. I've seen all these new podcasters who come out and they'll do 5-minute podcasts or like 10-minute podcasts. And I'm like, that's not a podcast, dude. Like, podcast is supposed to be like talk radio. Like, I should be able to sit down for at least 30 minutes. A TV episode lasts for 30 minutes. So, I haven't been putting out episodes like crazy. But, if you notice, I mean, we're up to, this is episode 99.
Yep.
If you notice the episodes that I have someone to bounce off of, we can stretch this shit out for an hour, hour and a half, you know? So that's like technically like 3 of my normal episodes that are only like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. That's like 3 episodes in one. So I think that's pretty good. But we haven't been putting them out like crazy because we've been hiking. I don't know how well you can see that, Shakertown. And we've been doing trails here and there, that's the highlighted ones, and then on days off, when we hike a place, we hike the entire place, and it's right up the road.
Yeah,
you know?
There's quite a few trails to hike. Some of them are even like 6 miles. Let's see, what was the longest one? Longest trail out of the whole thing. Yeah, I think There are 3 6-mile ones, or 2.
2.
2 6-mile ones. Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, it's my way of unplugging, man. Like, I'm not much of a gamer. I'm not much of a TV person. I mean, I've been watching a lot of TV here recently, watching Stranger Things, which we talked about on the last episode. And the only reason I actually sat down and watched all 3 seasons was because it was based off a conspiracy theory. So.
Okay. Hey, actually, you know what? I'm going to make a point on that. Well, you want to make all this stretch, so we'll make it stretch. Okay, so we have caught up with all current seasons. Season 4 should come out sometime early next year, I believe.
Right.
But everything that has happened, what do you think of the show itself right now?
Like, you want to do like a little review?
Yeah, let's have a review of it. Why not?
I think it's fucking dope. We kind of reviewed it last episode, so I don't want to just re-say shit that I've already said.
We kind of did, but we kind of didn't.
I explained Project Montauk and shit. I mean,
Yeah.
people are here for conspiracy shit.
Well, I know, but a little bit of a review won't hurt.
I think it's dope. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know what else to say. Like, the cinematography's awesome. The theme song is awesome. And
Yeah.
the lettering, it reminds me of Christine because it's the exact same style of lettering.
Yeah.
I always thought the 80s was rad, personally. Like,
Yeah.
I felt like if I would have lived in the 80s, I probably would not be alive right now. Because I would have had so much fucking fun. Like, I was a punk back in the day. I was a lead singer of a punk band. We were called Vicious Fist. We did horror punk.
Yeah.
Kind of like Misfit style shit. Like, we had fucked up lyrics and shit.
Yeah.
But I partied as a punk. I was a 90s kid. I was born in 91, and we were like the last of the punks in like Florida, and there was barely any punks in Kentucky, so we were like the last of the punks, and we used to fucking, I mean, I've done a shit ton of drugs, like, as far as like I can name, but I've done them like once,
Sparsely.
like once each.
Yeah.
Once or twice each, you know. But I mean,
Hey!
I've done a shit ton of drugs, and I ain't gonna lie, like, a lot of these drugs I loved and walked away perfectly fine from.
Excuse me.
There's certain ones that I've taken, and I'm like, I would never touch that again. I mean, I never touched the horrible,
Excuse you.
disgusting stuff like crack or heroin or meth. Like, I would never touch that shit in 1,000 years. But I know if I lived back in the 80s, I'd be dead right now. But the 80s, man, it seemed like such a rad time. Like, as far as reviews, that's all I got, boo-boo.
Okay.
I really did. I kind of said everything I wanted to say last episode. Alright, well, we're skipping the next segment because Sammy's not here. We'll come back to it, maybe. Jacob Israel. I do want to talk about Jacob Israel. She's getting on to the cat. He's acting a fool. I've got a decent, like, fan base to where it's a very mixed crowd because I've already said it in previous videos. I'm an occultist. I do witchcraft on occasion. I don't do curses or black magic or anything. I pray every day. I should meditate more often. I take little things from different spiritual paths that I like, and I throw away the stuff that I don't like, which is what the definition of occultist is. You create your own religion, if you want to use the R word. My spirituality is very complex, but I think he's a Christian, so if you do hit him up in the comments or something, pray for him. He put out, I did this, not last podcast, but the podcast before, man, I think, about Paranormal Roundtable.
Yeah.
Man, a lot of these people are getting into, like, some sketchy, not them, but, like, life is being shitty to them.
Yeah.
And I've never seen Jacob cry. I mean, he might have cried, like, happy tears. I've seen him emotional a couple times, but, like, this video, the last video he put out, like he was breaking down, his daughter took the vaccine. And, fuck, I said the V word.
I'll be alright.
His daughter took the wizard potion, and I don't know, it bothered me because it reminded me of like the day before, the couple days before, I'd seen this video on BitChute, which we're on BitChute, so try to check us out there because stuff they ban on YouTube, you can find over there. But it reminded me of this video of this dude, man, and he was begging his daughter, like begging her. She was recording him on her phone, and he didn't know, and he was like begging her, like, please don't take the wizard potion. I'll give you $1,000. And he's just bawling his eyes out, crying, and like, your mom took this, a bunch of family members took this, everyone thinks I'm effing crazy. Please don't do this. I just don't want you to die, you know? And it just broke my fucking heart in two, like, and he, like, was offering his daughter $1,000, like, just don't do it. You don't have to do it. You know, these passports have not even kicked in yet. Will they? Probably. I'm sorry if I gotta be black-billed. They probably will fucking kick in. But you don't have to do it. Until they say you have to do it. Then, even then, I'm not going to do it. I would rather be a hobo out in the middle of the woods like a wild man. You know? But I understand if you have to do it because you have 4 kids, or 5 kids, or 6 kids, and you have to take that risk, and you got to think about them more than yourself. I understand then. I get it, bro. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not black-pilled, I'm red-pilled. You know? But I'd rather be a hobo out in the woods, you know? You know, and it sucks, man. I mean, Jacob, man, he was just bawling his eyes out. Like, his daughter took it because his daughter's a super hard worker. And Jacob Israel, by the way, shout out to him. Go check his channel out and sub to him. Yeah, his daughter took it. Yep. He's got a new book out. So it just came out. It's like a novel, but it's supposed to be, I'm not very Christian, but it's supposed to actually, like, as crazy as it sounds, it's lined up exactly of what kind of is going on now. But he's just, honestly, he puts out a lot of good, like, truther information. Yeah. And he's just genuine. Like, I don't know, when I shout out channels, these are channels that I've watched for like years, if not like at least a year. You know, yeah. I won't usually shout you out until I kind of figure you out. You know, if I don't think you're, and even then, sometimes I've shouted out people, but I've said, I don't know, I'm kind of, this is a new channel I've checked out. I think he's cool. I think he's cool. You got to focus on the words, because a lot of people, like when I'm speaking to them, especially in the comments section, all the words just they focus
certain keywords.
Yeah, I think he's cool is what I'll say if I don't know this person. But Israel, you know, Jacob Israel, he's legit. He's the bee's fucking knees, dude.
Yes, he is.
And I mean, if you do sub to him, tell him that I sent you. That always helps this channel. I have actually spoken to Jacob several times in his comment section, which is always cool. To actually speak to the creator, you know, so yeah. I don't know. I wanted to do that, you know. And now that I got you all depressed, comes the next segment. Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Classroom. We gotta bring some light into this.
Okay.
I'm gonna teach you all how to make a tinfoil hat.
Oh my goodness. That's why you wanted that. I was wondering, what do you want that for?
You gotta bring some happiness in, man.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it is funny. Kevin had accidentally ordered something wrong. He was trying to order our little foil sheets.
That's probably good enough.
And he ended up ordering instead, like, these foil wraps for sandwiches, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, when Brian learned about them,
So you'll want to take like that length.
when my boss Brian learned about them, he ended up coming back there with one of them stuck to his head. Go like, this is what they're meant for, so that way they can't read your brain.
Yep. And you'll wrap it around. For audio listeners, if you're not watching on YouTube, you'll wrap it around. You'll do like an arm length, like just one arm length, and then just take it. I put my head, the back of my head, for audio listeners, in the middle of the strip, and just kind of wrapped it one way, tucked it in, and then wrapped the other one over it, kind of like a comb over. If you got like the Donald Trump thing going on, and what you'll want to do is smash this in, and the goal is to kind of do like a Hershey kiss at the very top. Smash it with your hand and do a little twist. You don't want to twist it too much though, because it'll rip. And the goal is to keep it to where it's pretty flush with your head. I got long hair and it's a little poofy because I took a bath last night. But it'll protect you from like 5G, other people's cell phones. Usually when we pass out flyers on Main Street, this is like one of our goals, is like to grab people's attention. Maybe me and Sammy could go out with Hershey Kiss heads to pass out flyers one day.
I ain't going that way.
I'm just fucking with you. But damn, you know, fun. Well, I'm gonna do it alone then. I'm gonna do it at festivals. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
I know you do.
But it protects you from 5G, and you can also pick up like AM radio. So like, if it's like 3 or 4 in the morning, you could probably pick up like Coast to Coast AM on it, which would be cool. George Norrie, you know. But there you go. That's how you make a tinfoil hat. Looks eventually like a Hershey's Kiss, man. Next thing we got is I gained 2 subscribers last night. It was at 13, and I was gonna say when we did this podcast today, I'm gonna check every now and then because this camera shuts off. Yeah, it's still going. I was gonna say that I don't like being at 13, so share if you want to. That would be awesome. I need a little soundboard. Even that's what we're trying to do. That's our goal, is for this podcast to become self-sustainable. We get paid by Anchor, so we make like a penny an episode, and we have microphones, and we're trying to get to the point where we can afford a splicer, and then maybe a soundboard. Martin Liebke from Flat Earth British, he actually, it's kind of cool. He does like live streams and stuff, and like screen shares and stuff like that. But he's got like a little cheap ass soundboard. Like when he says something, he'll push a button and it'll go yay, or like a doo doo, you know. Yeah, there you go. And that's, I mean, you can reuse these, you know, as long as it's clean and stuff.
Yep. And it isn't damaged.
But, I don't know, I want to spice this show up, you know. I want it to be self-sustainable. That would be cool. Alright. So, first subject. We need to talk about the wizard potion. Now that we got our serotonin levels back up. I guess serotonin? Endorphins, perhaps? I don't know, when you laugh and giggle, that's what I was trying to do. I made them all sad at first. Now I cheered them up with the little how to make a tinfoil hat. Now we go back to some serious shit.
Yeah, okay.
Alright. This we need to talk about because it's aggravating me that everything that the conspiracy community has been saying, and you can call it whatever you like, conspiracy community, truth community, red pill, whatever. I don't fucking care, dude. I'm old school. I call it conspiracy theorist community. I wear it like a badge of honor. We have been talking about this beer bug situation that we're all going through currently. And we've been literally saying by the book exactly how and what will happen. And everything we've said, everyone's like, oh, you're fucking crazy, you know? You're crazy, Carl. And it's all come true, man. And it just cracks me up because people are starting to wake up. When I first started my new job, everyone's like, oh, this new guy, he's a little out there. Because I literally, I started the new job when the beer bug situation first started.
Yep. Yep, right when they were making us first start to wear masks and not go out at all.
And I just basically was laying out exactly what would happen. And they all thought I was crazy. And then everything that I said would happen. And they all start now, like a year later, I'm a year into it. I'm just now a year into my new job. Now they all kind of respect me and start coming up to me. And they're starting to either ask questions or agree with me.
Yeah.
I've like slowly red-pilled these people. At first they thought I was knucking butts. And now they like kind of like respect me, almost like, holy shit, this dude knows something.
Yeah.
Alright, so there is... Wow, it just fucking... Okay.
I'm saying my phone's always
And
slow.
this is mainstream. I haven't reported on it because if I would have reported on it before, it would have literally...
Info changed.
No, they would have given me a strike.
Oh, okay.
Because they would have said that's medical misinformation. So you can report on it after, you know, it happens. But, menstrual cycles. This, wizard potion is,
messes with it.
it's fucking up women's menstrual cycles. So, like, women who, you know, are not supposed to be on their period, like women who have already went through menopause and stuff, are having periods again. And then women who have periods, it's either like super fucking heavy flow to the point where they feel like they're dying and shit.
Ugh.
Or like they're having periods when they're not supposed to be having periods.
Yeah.
That's not even a conspiracy, that's on mainstream. You can check it out.
Yeah.
Now we need to talk about spike proteins. By the way, I am not a doctor, I'm not a physician, this is not medical advice. I have to say that. Spike proteins. Basically anyone who takes this wizard potion, it is a theory that they are shedding on people. Now shedding through their pores, sweat, breath, breathing on you. There was an incident where someone literally, I can't remember the exact details, I'm not a doctor, dude. But I was watching or listening to some podcast, and this dude, he knew someone who was like either like a doctor or a nurse or something, and they tested it, like his blood or something, and he hadn't taken the wizard potion.
But did I feel like he did?
But it, not like he like full blown did, but it was showing hints of it.
Oh, okay.
And there was another weird incident where this woman who was anti-wizard potion, but her husband was a dweeb, a square, a blue pill, and he was like super pro wizard potion, so he took the wizard potion. They had sex and she ended up with herpes. And some of these people, and people will go, oh, well, the husband's cheating on her. Debunked. No, because there's multiple people who have had herpes after drinking this wizard potion who aren't even sexually active. So,
yeah.
The whole magnet thing, I do know that the BBC like England and stuff, they're talking about banning magnets, which I think is funny. I actually keep a magnet in my pocket. Yeah, I apparently wherever your mouth is, where you drink the wizard potion, you can put a magnet up to the mouth. And I hope that the audio listeners get what I'm saying, but I have to talk like this sadly because we live in communist America now. You can put the magnet...
Oh, honey, no, we don't.
We can put the magnet up to the mouth hole, and it sticks to it. Now, my buddy did take it. He's a jailer, and he took it. But when I asked him when he first got it, I'm like, which one did you get, you know? And he doesn't even know which one he fucking got. He's kind of a hillbilly kind of guy, like he's a little southern dude. We live in Kentucky, man. And he's just kind of like a good old boy. Like, he don't give a fuck, you know? So, he's just like, fuck it. They needed like 1 out of 10 people to take it. And he's like, I'll do it. I don't give a fuck, you know? But Martin Leibke, Flat Earth British, once again, another shout out. Flat thumbs. He was saying that it's the AZ one.
See, I don't even know which one that is.
Astro. Sometimes I like Zen.
Oh, the Astro. Okay.
Astro, sometimes I like Zen.
Yeah.
That one is magnetic, is what Martin was saying.
See, I didn't even know that one was one here. We were talking about this Sunday when we were walking. You mentioned it. I was like, that's one? I didn't even know that was one.
Yeah.
I only knew of the 3 potions. The major 3 that are always mentioned as great flavors.
So the sad thing is even if you're unvaxxed, man. Fuck, I said it again. God damn it. Even if you haven't drank the wizard potion, these people who are drinking the wizard potion can shed on you who don't take the wizard potion. And I have autoimmune deficiency. I've been legit diagnosed with that by a doctor, you know. So I literally can't. I mean, if for some reason, if my workplace wanted to try to make me drink the wizard potion, I would first off say I can't religiously, you know. And if they tried to make me prove that, well, okay, cool, I'll print off some fake flyers to a fake church that I don't go to. Or I would say I have 3 options to fucking dodge out of this fucking Jew sleeve star that they're trying to make us all wear.
Apparently there is a star on the vaccine card.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, and you know who I heard that from, actually?
Wow.
I heard
They
that
don't
one
even-
from Mama.
Yeah, they don't even hide this shit.
No, they really don't. I actually even heard that, though, from Mama.
They either, and there's a reason they do that, they're either doing it to rub it in your fucking face, because they're that sociopathic of like, dude, I study serial killers. I'm sorry, that's one of my little guilty habits. Is that I like to... Dude, my mom used to watch serial killer documentaries growing up, and I fucking loved it then. I fucking love it now. Like, one of my favorite podcasts is Last Podcast on the Left, because...
Big Truck, yeah.
Yeah, they're all sick in the head like me. I don't know, I just love it. And people are like, oh, you're crazy, you listen to serial killer shows all the time. But then they go and watch Saw, you know, or horror movies. It's the same shit. Dude, we're American. We love blood and gore.
Yeah.
You know? But that's one thing with, like, serial killers, man, is most of them get caught because they brag. They have to fucking brag about their crimes. And either all these elites are sociopathic, which I know for a fucking fact they all are. They either have that sociopathic mind where they can't keep their mouth shut. They have to brag about what they're getting away with. Or a lot of people have this theory that it's like a karmic law thing.
Yeah.
To where if they tell you what they're doing, they don't suffer the karma.
You still gonna suffer karma if you ask me.
Hopefully.
That's my thought.
Hopefully. But yeah, sadly, all these idiots who are drinking the wizard potion, they're gonna shed on us unvaccinated ones. Fuck! On us who haven't drank the wizard potion, we're gonna get shed on, and I haven't felt right for a minute because a lot of our day shift, they're all getting sick as dogs, which cracked me up. Because a lot of them are drinking the wizard potion. Now, let's see, we talked about magnets. Bluetooth.
Sorry, Walmart's telling me to. Yeah, I'm ready for my
Photos.
birth controls.
Oh, birth control. Okay.
Yeah, I could have picked those up yesterday and then I freaking forgot, but I was already driving home and I'm like, I am not turning back.
Well, we need the photos picked up. If you gotta bounce, we can bounce.
No, I'm good now.
I think we made it past the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, we probably have, but I'm fine. Like
Okay.
that.
Just let me at least finish up.
Yeah, I can go pick those pills up. They'll just be sitting there all day.
Alright, sorry about that. Our cameraman, until we get a good camera.
Yeah, an actual camcorder.
Like I said, I'm trying to make this podcast self-sustainable. I'm actually thinking about, somebody said a website called Tip Jar, to where you can set it up, and like if you guys want, I can always put the link in the descriptions, and you can actually like tip like $1 each episode or something. And I don't even want to make a profit off of it. I've just had a YouTube channel for 4 years, and I've literally put in more money, and I'm not doing this for the money because I work a full-time job, sometimes 50, 60 hours a week, man.
Yeah.
You know, I work a full-time fucking, not 60, about 50. I work a full-time job. I make good money. I'm not making bank, I'm not rich, you know, but I make good money. This I do for fun, and I started this 4 years ago. But I put in more money doing this channel than I will ever fucking make out of this channel. But it would be cool if the podcast could be self-sustainable, because we need a splicer. It's something I thought about. I'd like to get her to research it a little bit, because I'm not tech savvy.
See, I'll admit, honey, I'm not super tech savvy when it comes to actual equipment.
No, the tip jar thing. You could set up a website. It's called Tip Jar.
Oh, okay.
And the people who watch can literally click on the link,
Okay.
and they can donate like $1.
Or something, yeah.
Or even like a penny, you know,
Yeah.
or a nickel, whatever you got.
Yeah,
And it goes into your bank account. Kind of like, you know how Anchor automatically, if they're audio listeners, it goes into...
Yeah, because they listen to that sponsorship.
Yeah. But, Bluetooth. There's a video out there of a dude who drank the wizard potion, and every time he walks past, or every time okay, here was the situation. It was on BitChute. By the way, BitChute, I've went on this rant a billion times. YouTube used to be the Wild West back in the day. You could actually find actual, real fucking truth, or conspiracies. Actual legit shit. It is no longer the Wild West anymore. That's why I have to speak in codes like Marfoogle. This guy, though, he has internet at his house, but he doesn't have Bluetooth in his house. And it's like his house. He doesn't live in an apartment complex, nothing like that. And as soon as he drank the wizard potion, he grabbed his phone, and it was like, you can now connect to Bluetooth. And he's like, what the fuck? In his own house, you know?
That is crazy.
And every time he grabs his phone, it's like, you can now connect to Bluetooth. He automatically has Bluetooth now, because he drank the wizard potion.
I wonder which one gives them that ability.
It's the wizard potion.
Which one, I wonder? I know you
Oh,
know.
which wizard potion? Yeah, which
Yeah.
flavor?
Yes.
Yeah. But, fucking crazy. And then my buddy sent me videos of light bulbs, man.
Oh yeah, putting it up to it.
People are putting light bulbs up to their mouth where they drank the wizard potion, and they're lighting up. And there's like multiple people doing this. I keep a magnet in my pocket for. I don't do this on random coworkers who I don't know. I did it on a coworker who actually were cool. Everyone thought I was crazy for doing it. I'm like, fuck you. It's just an experiment. Why does that make you mad? Oh, because we're taught that it's a bad thing to question anything. Sorry. But I mean, it's getting to the point I want to carry a light bulb and try it out on old buddy. Like, dude, let's try this thing. Where'd you get it? You know, if it turns on, I'm gonna be like, fuck. But yeah, light bulbs are lighting up.
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, I don't think I've spoke about. Well, we'll get into the face mask and the actual medical prods another day. Well, let's focus on just the wizard potion today. Spars exercise. So I knew about Event 201, which was, it was in 2019, I think it was like fall of 2019, Bill Gates was there, all these other fucking people were there, and they did a tabletop exercise in fall of 2019. To where they basically played a tabletop game, kind of like D&D. A bunch of elites, and it was live streamed and everything. You can go and check it out. And it was basically the scenario of what would we do and how would we react if a SARS virus started spreading over the world like an epidemic, you know? Pan, the god Pan, by the way. Pandora. I mean, that's a whole etymological rabbit hole for another day, but I digress. Yeah, basically laying out exactly everything that's going on right now. But they also did in 2000, I believe it was 16, they ran it through a computer. It was a simulation. It wasn't a tabletop D&D board game for the elites. It was like they ran it through, I don't know if it was a quantum computer. It could have just been a regular computer program, but they ran it through a computer on what would happen if a beer bug got released into society. And this was in 2016. And there's an awesome podcast that I've been listening to. It's called Deborah Gets Red Pilled. They did an episode on this. The episode, I don't know. They don't have much on YouTube, but just go and sub to them on YouTube. If you do sub to them, tell them who sent you. So that way they can give me a shout out or something. It always helps. I went from 214 subscribers, or 204 or 5 subscribers. I'm down to 14 subscribers on this new channel, so I'm trying to get back up to at least 200. I can't post anymore on the old channel. It fucking sucks. But Deborah Gets Red Pilled. They did an awesome episode with Charlie Robinson, I believe, on the SPARS project or SPARS operation, something like that.
SPARS, that's what
SPARS experiment.
That's what I was trying to remember it was called the other day.
Yeah, and he lays out, I can't lay it all out, otherwise I'll be here for an hour. Mm-hmm. Every single thing that this computer ran through the program is happening. Every single thing to a T. Now, for all of you who are black-pilled, this will give you some hope. There is a white pill after that black pill. What's going to happen is the wizard potion, according to this computer, is going to give people spike proteins are going to cause prions in the brain. Now, prions come from stuff like kind of like people getting kuru from eating human flesh. I did a whole video on kuru. I'll leave it in the card during the credits so you can click on it if you're on YouTube. It eats your brain, turns your brain to mush.
Mush, mush.
Yep. And it either leaves you like with a kuru status to where, not being mean, but you kind of end up like either like Michael J. Fox or like someone with Parkinson's or MS. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the cause of a lot of MS and Parkinson's is wizard potions. But it eats your brain to that point, or it can do also like mad cow disease. Now this ties in with Agenda 21 on how they're literally making it illegal in certain parts of the country in the U.S. to like do animal husbandry to breed cattle. Biden's already said you're allowed 1 hamburger a month, which fuck you, Biden. I'm gonna eat a hamburger tomorrow just to be a dick. Actually, I had spaghetti earlier this week, I had tacos earlier this week, and I had a hamburger earlier this week. So fuck you, Biden. I've already broken your fucking rule. And I'm gonna keep farting out burger farts just to cause more methane to destroy the ozone, if that was even possible. Sorry. But it ties in with that because they're gonna blame basically what this SPARS experiment said was like, it was like 4 or 5 months after the drinking of the wizard potion is when mad cow disease would kick in human beings. And it goes right along, it ties in, it all ties in, it ties in with Agenda 21 of switching everyone over to eating bugs, like Klaus Schwab says, New Schwabenland. I don't know, that's a little connection I made. Of you're going to own nothing, you're going to eat bugs, you're going to eat nothing but plants and bugs. You can have a little bit of meat once a month as a treat. And it's going to tie in exactly with that because they're going to blame beef. They're going to blame beef.
Yeah.
So it ties together. So when all these prions start eating up all these wizard potion consumers, brains, and they turn into like angry, kind of like SJWs, but they'll be brain dead and shit. Like they'll be like literally zombies, but they're not rotting, which is even more terrifying because at least with zombies, kind of like Walking Dead, you can at least wait them out. As long as you survive so many years, eventually those bodies will rot, right? Wrong, because these people are still alive.
Yeah.
So their bodies aren't rotting. It'll be like a zombie apocalypse, but instead of like, oh, all we gotta do is survive at least 5 years and all the zombies will rot away and die. Nope. This shit will be like from 5 to like fucking 50.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have a shit ton of people with fucking mad cow. Or they're just gonna be so brain dead that they're just gonna be useless, like, sadly, Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, I found the episode.
Yeah.
Called Deborah, and then it has a lot of the asterisk like thingies that you use to say like you cussed, and the Octopus Part 2 with Charlie Robinson.
Okay.
That one came out May 25th.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to like scare anyone who took this. Oh, what I was gonna say though, there is hope though. At the end of the SPARS exercise, the bad guys lost. That's what's fucking awesome. The bad guys lose. And they get literally, and it gets into descriptions of like every politician who pushed the wizard potion, every doctor who pushed the wizard potion, everyone who's not a doctor but pretends to be a doctor, Bill, they all get fucking hung by their fucking necks by the survivors.
Poor Billy.
The survivors fucking murder these people. They hang them from lampposts with nooses. So that's your white pill. It's gonna get worse. It is gonna get darker and fucking horrible. you're going to see people eating people's faces like they're on bath salts. You're going to have to board up your windows and chop motherfuckers with machetes, man. Or blow their fucking brains out. It's going to be zombie apocalypse shit. And this
I'm
shit...
hoping that isn't what's going to happen.
By the way, this shit, according to the SPARS exercise, which is not even a conspiracy, you can look up SPARS exercise. This shit's going to kick in around September and October. So it's going to be a real... I said according to the SPARS exercise. I'm just trying to give people hope. It's going to kick in around, and I'm trying to let them know when it's going to happen. Because what the SPARS exercise says, September and October of this year is when it's going to be a real fucking weird Halloween. And I think they planned that on purpose to be on Halloween. They're going to blame it on beef, and they're going to blame it on Mad Cow from beef.
I thought they were going to blame it on the variant.
Or the variant, yeah.
A variant of the
Beer bug.
COVID.
Beer bug.
Yeah. But nonetheless, okay, see now when I read, or listened
I
to
gotta
that
pee. I'm listening.
when I listened to that podcast, I definitely heard how Charlie Robinson was saying it. He was saying, look, I'm not saying this is going to happen.
And I wasn't either. I said according to the SPARS documents.
I know. I'm just giving my personal opinion on this.
Yeah.
He made it. I mean, yes, he admitted to that a lot, that a lot of what the SPARS said is coming true in some form or another. But even I'm hoping that it's, maybe not all of it will, because, for one, I am one of those believers that anything can happen. A plan does not always go the way you want. I don't know how many times I've made plans and then it not go the way I was, planning it in my head.
Yeah. Well, honestly, in a sick, weird way, and like I said, in a white-pilled way, I kind of want to do it I kind of want it to go through the ways that the SPARS went through, just because it'll kill off all the sheeple, which is fucking awesome. That'll be a better day. It will fucking suck and be horrible, but the red-pilled good guys win at the end. Like,
Yeah.
we conquer the earth, dude. We take over the earth. It'll be like an ascension reality rather than, it'll be a utopia rather than a dystopia like they want. I know that sounds sick, but I mean, if you're dumb enough to drink the wizard potion, after I've been screaming at the rooftops for 4 years on a channel, and actually a decade, I've been screaming for a decade, warning everyone what's going to happen, and all this shit happens. I'm to the point I kind of want the sheeple to just fucking decease. And then for the good guys to fucking conquer the world. And the bad guys go down. But go on. What were you saying? Sorry. I know that's negative.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I was saying, dude.
I mean, it's dark. But I mean, I don't know. That was actually a good segue then, since you forgot what you were saying.
Yeah.
I wanted to get into the pills. I had brought up the other day black pill. This was like a month ago or so. Of what you never heard the term before, and I had learned it like a month before. Because I had heard always that, like, are you blue pilled or red pilled? Right. And I think, are you alright?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry I interrupted.
No, dude, I'm just listening.
Yeah.
I'm just listening.
Okay, did I interrupt?
No,
I threw off your train of thought, I'm guessing.
You're good, go ahead. You're talking about the pills.
I wanted to go through the pills because I had told her she's red pilled. She's red pilled. But I think people can change their pills throughout the day. Like blue pill is like someone who like watches. We'll start with the first pill and we'll move up in ranks. Just because it's good to learn lingo. Like, when I was a skater, man, like, we'd be like, oh, that ramp looks sketchy, you know? Or, you know, like, dude, I did a kickflip 180 revert, you know? Like, people listening right now are like, what the fuck what is he talking about? It's good to learn the lingo of the group that you're in. And I noticed that a lot of these people who are joining these groups now, like, because where a lot of people are waking up, biblically they call this like the great unveiling. In general, spiritually, a lot of like, especially like Buddhism and stuff, like this is like a great ascension period that we should ascend. A lot of people are going to ascend into this new universe, you know. They're fucking around with CERN and they put us in this weird universe since the Mandela effect and all the shit that they're doing. They put us in a negative universe. But we can ascend and go into a positive, greater universe, you know. Spiritually, you just have to not do certain things like drink wizard potions, because that's genetically modifying you to stay in the realm that they want you in. I don't even remember where I was going now. Sorry. I went somewhere.
We're talking about the different pills.
Yeah, but... Alright, so you got blue pill, which would be like, that's the typical person.
Who doesn't listen to conspiracies. They just want to live in a universal, or, well, a fantasy world in their mind of nothing's ever bad, everything's good, I like it just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't question nothing. You're happy exactly where you're at. Doesn't matter if life is kind of shitty and you know it, you pretend like it's not. You just keep going with what life has for you.
Yeah. Dr. Fauci's good. Bill Gates is good. Even though they say they're going to kill you, they admit it, they're good. Purple pilled would be like...
The in-between.
Yeah, the in-between. You think you're more purple?
I'm a bit more purple.
Than red?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I do... Yes, I listen to a lot of these conspiracies. Yes, I take them in. Do I believe every single one of them? No. I'm also one who goes, you know what, until it's actually like...
Even though I show you actual paperwork and shit?
Again, it depends on what it is. Depends on what the theory is. You know?
Right. Yeah, she is kind of purple pilled because, like, I consider you red pilled, dude. You are purple pilled on certain subjects, and I think it's not an insult, but I think it's like kind of like the meme of the UFO with the I want to believe, because there's certain things that we disagree on. Like my buddy at work, he's actually, I don't even know if he subs. He's kind of an older guy. I don't even know if he knows how to sub, but he does listen to us, and he's a good dude, but he wanted us to do, when he first found out, and I told him, because he's like the only red-pilled dude that I work with, you know, actually Shane is fucking waking up.
Is he?
Yeah, I shouldn't have said his name, but he doesn't watch. He doesn't even know I exist.
Okay, so yeah.
But yeah, dude, he's waking the fuck up. He was talking about clones, Illuminati clones and shit the other day. I'm like, holy shit. Tom McDonald woke him up because he likes rap.
Oh, yeah, no, I totally believe in Tom McDonald being a woke dude.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
The actual woke, before they hijacked it.
Yes.
Because we used that word first. But, we disagree on things, and it's okay to disagree because there's things that, like, I'm still not ready to get rid of the whole alien thing. I mean, there's days that I listen to Flat Earth podcast. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. But I'm still not ready to put my fucking flag in the ground and go, I'm a flat earther. Because I've heard alternative theories like the earth could be expanding or it's just gigantic. So that's why it seems flat, because it's so fucking huge and we are stuck in like a Truman Show snow globe.
Yeah.
So we're only allowed to go so far. And there has been maps that have showed up, you know, that say like there's other lands out there, and I'm getting into Tartaria, which I'm going to do a video on Tartaria in general. And when I do this video on Tartaria, don't make fun of me because I've been studying it for couple months now, and it seems fucking legit. But it's such a vague subject, and even the people who have been into the whole Tartarian conspiracy, they all disagree and agree with each other at the same time. They're all trying to kind of figure out what it is.
Yeah.
They're all putting the puzzle together, which is awesome. But me and her, we disagree on things like the moon landing. What I was going to say is this dude that I work with, he listens to the podcast. He wanted us to do an episode on moon bases, secret moon bases on the dark side of the moon, which I've seen an awesome documentary on it. This was like before I gave up on NASA, like 100%.
Yeah.
And you still think we went to the moon?
I think on a secret. I think what is shown to
Secret
the public.
space program.
Yes, that's the one I more believe in. I do believe that what was shown to the public is fake, and what is still shown to the public is fake.
That was a slop job.
Yes, I've seen some of those ones, those older ones, where you do see like this air bubble literally like go past the window.
Or when he opens the hatch and it's supposed to be steel and it goes like it's like made of like tint, like tarp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, I do believe what is shown to the public is fake. However, I do think we have gone.
Now here's where I will say, I want to believe. I want to believe there's a secret space program.
Yes.
But I would be letting the listeners down if I was not like, hey, where's the fucking evidence for the secret space program?
Yeah.
And a lot of people are saying, though, that the secret space program is actually Space Force.
Yeah.
That's them coming out about the secret space program.
Yeah. Now...
I mean, I want to believe, people. I want to believe. That would be so fucking cool if we're, like, already on Mars, and there's Nazis on Mars, and there's Russians on the moon, and we're all having an intergalactic Star Wars battle. That'd be so fucking cool, dude. I want to believe.
Well, here's what would make me think that it could be possible, and that it's a true thing. Okay, I mean, just because we haven't seen documentations of this secret force does not mean it doesn't exist. It just means they've been really good at keeping their documents exactly where they belong in a vault.
Right, like black projects.
Yeah, so, but the reason why I would think it'd be possible, because think how much they are now pushing to go to Mars. Talking about making it to Mars. Why would you make it to Mars, you know, if we haven't been to the moon?
Yeah.
Legitly been there. It's like they're ready to move on to the next one. They've been to the moon multiple times. They're done with it. They're ready to move on to the next one. And they know they can't go towards the sun because that's too hot. So which way you gotta go? Towards more outer space away from the sun.
Yeah.
And Mars would be the next one. And if any, because I do like the thought of ancient aliens. If the stories of the Sumerians are correct, in that...
I'm an ancient astronaut there, so...
Okay,
yeah, we're in the same boat, dude.
Okay, but here's the thing. If these stories, in a way, are to be true...
Right.
Then, why wouldn't you want to go to Mars? Because these stories talk about shit happening on Mars.
Well, yeah, the thing is Mars was inhabited.
So, that's what I'm saying. So they want to now go check that out.
Yeah.
They checked out the moon.
I think Mars blew themselves up, dude.
Or they really did bring themselves here. If you remember, a lot of them were there mining and stuff, and they could have brought a lot
They
of
were the
here.
Agigi.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were the Agigi, which would be... Okay, like, the Anunnaki were the angels, if we're looking at it on a Christian perspective. The Agigi would be kind of like the Fae folk, almost. They were Anunnaki offspring, but they weren't slaves. Like, us on Earth were slaves. You know, when the Anunnaki...
Yeah, but they were kind of the slaves before
They
us.
rebelled, though. There was a battle between the Anunnaki and the Agigi.
Yeah, because they felt like they were slaves. Well, honestly, one could put it then, like the Egyptians and the Jews.
They were overworked.
The Jews were actually...
actually paid.
Yeah, may not have been much pay, man. Like, they actually might have actually
They were minimum wage workers.
Yeah.
They got tired of minimum wage.
I mean, it makes sense. Look what they were supposedly helping them build. I would get kind of pissed too if I didn't get much for helping you build these gigantic shit. I'd be like, what the fuck? Come on.
Yeah, and the Sumerian, in the Book of Enki, the Sumerian mythology, it speaks about like the battle in heaven with Lucifer and the angels rebelling against God and all that stuff. It's like a whitewashed version of the battle of the Igigi versus the Anunnaki versus the Igigi. A lot of people think the Igigi were gray aliens.
Yes, that is one of the theories. Yeah.
Yeah, that they were Martians because they lived on Mars. It would have been their like nationality.
Yeah.
But they're like grays created by the Anunnaki, and then the Anunnaki created us, so they were jealous of us, and they were mad at the Anunnaki, so they were Martians, you know?
Yeah.
That the Greys were like, fuck this, rise up, you know, choo 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 choo. And there was a great battle in the heavens, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, what if the great aliens did come here from Mars, eventually, and settled here, and that's why sometimes we see gray aliens. They still have their spaceships that they've been able to keep in good condition.
Well, yeah, definitely, dude, because I know for a fact the Greys survived. Either the Anunnaki kept them alive and still used them, or there were some who escaped to like a moon or on Earth, like maybe perhaps hollow Earth, inner Earth.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. I mean, think about it.
There's a lot of USOs and shit.
Inky had a base with his son on the moon, and think about the...
Olalu?
yeah, is that what it was called?
No, Olalu. I know what you're talking about. I remember the story you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, well, what if also... So some of them took refuge there, because I could totally see Inky giving them refuge,
well, yeah,
being on their side.
The moon, as far as the Sumerian cuneiform tablet says, was like a halfway point. It was like a space station.
Yeah.
And even NASA and stuff say that it's they refer to it as like a satellite almost.
Yeah.
Like it could be artificial.
Which
I don't think it's artificial.
Yeah.
I think it's hollow because when
they could have hollowed it out. Not us.
I think it's just a
aliens.
I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know what the fucking moon is.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been hollowed out. And think, there's the story of the one guy who could do the psychic abilities of traveling places, right? Finding people, traveling places.
Which one?
I can't remember his name for the life.
He was astral projecting?
Yeah, he could astral project. And he asked a guy who kept his identity secret from him asked him to go to the moon.
And by the way, I'm not being disrespectful to my wife. I have a nice doorway here where I'm watching the cat. The cat's on a leash. So, like, don't think in the comment section. Don't hit me up in the comment section like your wife's talking to you and you're literally like over here. I'm just in my zen moment. I'm listening.
Yeah, he's just watching the kitty cat.
Yeah.
You know, he astro projected to the moon for this dude to tell him what he saw there, and he saw stuff.
Now, is this like the Men Who Stare at Goats project?
No, this guy could just do it. He could just do it. This is something he could do of his own abilities, probably something he honed. You know, he figured out how to do it. I can't remember his name. But
the government used them?
I don't know. Again, you don't know.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm asking questions.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I don't know. Like, it's possible that it's the government, but the guy kept his identity very, very secret. Everything was very, very secret. He had to be blindfolded when he got taken to this place.
Like Stranger Things.
Yep, he had to get... Well, he just had to be blindfolded in general to not know where he was going.
Yeah.
And he had to be blindfolded when he left as well.
Right.
But the guy that had asked him to do it, you know, he was like, look, this is what I want you to find, and then I want you to tell me what you see and stuff. And he told him what he saw. But even the people on...
This is a true story?
Yeah, this is a true thing that is out there.
Who did you hear this from? I'm just sorry.
Expanded perspectives.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you've heard of this too. This has been a really long time.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking it was like kind of like some Montauk shit, like government shit. Men Who Stare at Goats.
Kind of. I mean, I can't entirely remember, but I think he was just a dude who worked somewhere government-wise, probably, in general. But he had the ability.
Right.
In general, he has had this ability.
Yeah, we've covered this type of stuff, but I haven't covered this specific story.
Yeah, but he goes to the moon, he looks, and the people that are there, without any kind of space suits, it seems like they were just able to breathe the air just fine.
And they're on the dark side of the moon?
Yes, and...
Where the bases are.
And he felt like they could see him when they didn't notice him.
Yeah.
He felt like they knew he was there. Some of them saw him. Or
what did they
sensed
look
him.
like?
Like normal humans.
Huh. See, this is where, once again, like, okay, since we're still on purple pill, this is where we'll never get through these pills before you have to go to work. We'll have to cover it again on another episode.
Yeah.
But we're on such a good subject. It's free-flowing. It feels nice. It feels feng shui. This is where I want to believe, because, man, there was this awesome documentary. I think it was either on Hulu or Netflix.
Yeah.
And it was on moon bases.
Yeah.
And, okay, these astronauts that came back from the moon, this is where the whole meme, I want to believe.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that they actually went to the moon on the first Apollo mission or whatever with Buzz and what's his other fucking wanking name? The guy who landed on the moon first. Armstrong.
Or no.
Yes, Armstrong. Armstrong and Aldrin.
Okay, yeah.
When they came back, man, I'm kind of black-pilled to where I think that they faked the whole shit, and that's why they were so disappointed in the press conference, because if you came back from the moon, that is, you literally left the planet. That's the biggest historical thing for mankind.
Yeah.
Ever. Ever. And you came back in the press conference and you're all depressed and sad and you're not even agreeing with each other and you're barely talking, and you left early during the press conference.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah, we went to the moon. Yeah, we saw stars. Did we see stars? No, we didn't see stars. Yeah, is lunch ready? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, they didn't really stick around.
They either had a gun pointed at their fucking head, you know, like we got snipers on you, and if you fucking say anything wrong, we'll fucking kill you and everyone in this audience, whatever, you know, or we'll just kill you later. Do as we say.
Yeah.
Or the theory is with the whole purple pill theory of secret bases on the moon. You know, we actually did go to the moon, but the moon landing footage was fake. The whole I want to believe is that they seen some shit.
Yeah.
And Buzz is actually, one of them, Buzz Lightyear or Buzz Lightbeer, because he's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Buzz Lightbeer or fucking...
The other dude. Let's just say that. We all know who we're talking about.
The other dude, they actually wrote in a book somewhere that they actually seen some shit, or they said it in an interview, that they seen some shit.
Yeah.
And there was an awesome fucking documentary on the dark side of the moon, and how there's like, and they show frame for frame, like, different photos. It was a whole documentary, and it shows, like, cannon, like, rail cannon looking shit, fucking structures, buildings, towers, skyscrapers and shit. Like, there actually was structures on the moon, and they don't look natural as hell, but with a grain of salt, dude, it's all fucking NASA. In Hebrew, it literally means to lie.
Yeah.
NASA. Lie. That literally is the translation in Hebrew. And I mean, you can go down the rabbit hole with Khazarian Mafia and the bankers and all that, and they're all fake Hebrews.
Yeah.
People can call me anti-Semitic, but they're fake Hebrews.
Yeah.
They're not actually Hebrews.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother rabbit hole. You have to get going at work at 10, correct?
Yeah.
We'll stop on purple pill.
Okay.
Okay. We'll continue the pill process of blue, purple, red, black, white. We went blue, purple. We'll do red, and so on. The next episode. She has to go to work. I hope you all enjoyed. I know it's very sporadic, it's very random, but it is planned out. I do have, notes and stuff, but I would rather give you guys longer episodes like this less often than shorter episodes that you guys are going to get bored with. And I feel like on these longer episodes we're hitting on such heavy subjects because every day I'm picking up my phone and going on BitChute, the actual Wild Wild West, and seeing shit and learning shit that they're not showing on mainstream. And some of the stuff on mainstream, they're actually reporting on stuff that I said last year. So it's like, I can't sit here and not say nothing about what's going on. It's just, I remember back in the day when I first started this podcast, I could cover just fun little shit. But the time of fun stuff is kind of out the door right now. We have to, as a content creator and a podcaster, I have to report on what's going on right now and how it's so blatantly obvious they're not even covering their tracks. I think it's like their last ditch effort.
Could be.
You wholeheartedly agree?
It's a possibility.
Right.
I will leave it at it's a possibility. Not 100%, I'm going with it's a possibility.
I was just going to make it a rhyme and finish it on that. I was going to say, you wholeheartedly agree? Blessed be. Blessed be. Y'all have a good day.
Bye, guys.
We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.